Happy Monday, boys and girls. My name is Jeffery Scott Mitchell, coming to you live on Memorex from the ultimate remote location. My first transmission from the wonderful city of Youngstown, Ohio, of which I was born and raised, though I actually was born in Newcastle. Spent my first 2 weeks in Farrell, Pennsylvania. I still say Youngstown is where I was born and raised, because in some facilities, I've seen where Newcastle has been mentioned as a suburb of Youngstown, which is not true, but they're close. In fact, sometimes when I rent a car, I went to Newcastle to pick it up. It was such a big price difference between picking one up in Boardman and picking it up in Newcastle that I had my daughter drive me to Newcastle. And I picked up a car there. Saved like $100 or so. And while I was there, rode by the hospital I was born. Probably the first time I ever really saw it. Jamison Memorial Hospital. I rode there and, I saw it. Took pictures, of course. But anyway, walking down Market Street towards Boardman, 224. The famous Southern Park Mall, Boardman Plaza. Street I'm very familiar with. And not just because I walk it every time I come back here or grew up here. Democratic, Mahoney County Democratic Party headquarters, or whatever you want to call it. They out here. One thing I would like to say about this though, I should be shooting at a higher resolution. I'm shooting at the lowest resolution. And when I'm shooting today, or since I'm back here, the video is more precious because I'm at a remote location and not just walking down my default location. These pictures and stuff I would really like to have a good copy of. So on a couple of these walks, I might turn the resolution up, let the file size get huge and not worry about it, just so I can get the right shot. I mean, the quality of the picture. There it is. 7 North, if you can see that far. Going back towards where I came from, towards I guess you could say towards the south side, because I'm walking south. And I guess I'm going farther, in my mind, I'm going farther away from the south side. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that's how I feel about it. You gotta watch back here. People will run your ass over. You gotta watch what you're doing back here, because other people may or may not be. They will come close. Yesterday, a lady kind of pulled out, and I was like, oh! The architecture back here at older buildings, as I've said, any building that was here A lot of that back here, it seems. Motorcycles with loud music. Not so much of the, I haven't experienced so much of the loud muffler cars back here, like in California. But a lot of motorcycles blasting music way too loud. Walked this route yesterday with granddaughter. She still loves it. She really does seem to enjoy. You know, of course, she's in a stroller. We'll get to walk by and see stuff. And I give her rocks and, you know, sticks. And sometimes she's cool with them. Sometimes she'll be like, whatever. I gave her a flower. And it was kind of prickly. And she didn't want it. She threw it out. Then I picked it up and said, no, it's pretty. She was like, And eventually she held on to it for a little while. Youngstown, Ohio, Market Street. I walked to 224 from about, I would say, maybe a quarter mile south of Midlothian, all the way to 224. I'd have to say about that much. Probably about a quarter mile. I think a quarter mile is a fair assessment. Because even though it's like one block from, you know, my daughter's house to Midlothian, it's like a long block. I think it takes me like 7 minutes to walk from, her house to the other end of the block. That's how long that block is. So I walk, you know, from her house, walk to Market Street, get my walk on. I think the first time, you measure it out, you walk the distance, you start to realize how much time it takes. And I think it's about 10,000 steps, and it almost works out perfect. Or, I think it seemed more than likely, and that's just as far as I was gonna walk. I was gonna walk to Market and 224 and then come back. And whatever steps that was, it was gonna have to be good, but it probably, lined up with the time that I allot myself every morning and the distance that I like to get. Because I get up here at noon, which is 9 o'clock in California. So I'm basically still on the same time cycle, roughly, whatever you want to call it. So and I work 3 to 11 here, which is 12 to 8 there. The only catch with that is I may or may not should go to bed till like 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. That didn't happen yesterday. Yesterday, I ate too much, and the day before, but yesterday for real. Here's what they make in a water reservoir reserve, something, storm drain, stormwater park. I think I got pictures and stuff I'm gonna have to find before they took down the trees and got rid of the grass and did what they had to do to make it look like this. But I was there also. I had to be walking by right when they started tearing down the school that was back there. Old Boardman high school, I think, was down over that hill. Got pictures and video when they started tearing that down. Just happened to be walking by. So, back in the ultimate remote location. I do love this place. I really do. And I'm not gonna emphasize or reiterate I love being from this place. Though it's probably very important. Not to put it down, not to put anybody who lives here down. Though admittedly in the past, I would have that kind of feeling or sentiment. Over time, I've learned that people are diverse and everybody doesn't want what I want. Everybody doesn't like what I want, what I like. And we really do need all kinds. Everybody can't live in LA. They won't fit. So there's criteria and socially implemented hurdles to make it so that everybody can't live in LA. Not just because they may or may not like the lifestyle or the pace. You got to make so much money and be willing to pay that much money. And usually to make that kind of money, you got to have a skill set or something, a skill that's in demand to make that kind of money. And again, you got to be ready to devote a lot of your time to that, a lot of your time and resource to that. And it ain't for everybody. For me, I love it. I love LA. A lot. But I also come back here and visit. And I can now see the appeal of living in a smaller town like this. And if you really think about it, the life is simpler back here. And I don't want to say that to sound demeaning in any way. And being simpler, you're able to concentrate more on the things that are probably most important, which is raising kids. And family. And people. With not as many distractions as LA. Not as many hurdles to spend time with family and get to places and all that. I love being from here. Because I love this place. Right down to the sidewalks. Same dude on the, it doesn't even look like a motorcycle, it looks like some kind of scooter. Yeah. Hanging out with granddaughter. Yesterday I've yet to meet my new grandson. You know, it was pointed out to me that I got 3 grandkids, which is something that I completely take for granted. And as I thought about that before I made this video, right before I turned this on, I pondered it could be because I've always had a strong social infrastructure around me. I've always had good people, good family, parents, friends, sisters, babysitters, whatever. Teachers, I've always had that around me, so it's something I just take for granted. I've never been without it. And if anything, I might have tried to get away from it to a degree. I've always had family. Family's always been there. I was never lacking. And granddaughter, I appreciate granddaughter. But I probably take for granted or don't realize how special me and her relationship is, how special it is that I have opportunity to be with her and spend time with her, because everybody doesn't have that. In fact, I know a few people who don't have that. But seeing me and my ex-wife have been in a position to where we get to see our grandkids pretty much as we'd like. Maybe even for my ex, too much. But that's just, it's the way that's what she always wanted. For the most part, that's what she wanted. And she got it. She seems happy with it too. Like I said, it's a simpler, different life. She really didn't need all that LA stuff. She was out there, my kids were born in LA. My ex came out there. We got married and did stuff for a few years out there. Had kids, and she moved back here with the kids. And they were raised back here. Born in Pasadena and raised back here. But she really didn't need all that LA razzmatazz. Where I couldn't wait to get in it, and it took me about 15 to 20 years to really get a foundation and to get comfortable with the freeways, getting around, know where things are, start to get the rhythm and feel of it, to where I didn't have to pull out a Thomas guide every time I went someplace, and to get comfortable with just, what, this thing right here, I don't know if it used to be a thing hanging down here for a couple of years, and it's gone now. I think that light, or one of these lights, it might have been that same light. It was hanging down for a couple of years, and now it's gone. You see that? Well, they fixed it. So I love LA. Because I love where I'm at, but I love being from here. And as far as granddaughter goes again, I'm probably blessed to have such a wonderful creature at my disposal. It's hard to believe, and I kind of don't understand it, how a 3-year-old can be so entertaining and so stimulating. I'm struggling to figure out how that is. It probably has to do something with me and my capacity to meet her at a certain level to appreciate, what she can do and not do. Or the fact that I actually do really appreciate and can see the changes. Because I've been coming back here every 2 months for 3 years now. And nothing to have a room. Oh my God. And me and my daughter get along to a point that where, we can handle being around each other. That's another thing a lot of people can't do. But we both understand that when we need our time to separate, both of us are not shy about saying, I gotta go. I gotta go. And after 2 weeks being here, I'm about ready. Usually right, I'm about ready to get back to Jeffery land. But after this one, I'm gonna be going to the Funketeers Ball for a couple days. So it's gonna be interesting. Still trying to work that out. Actually, the way I got it set up, rent a car and drop it off at BWI after. It works out. It's kind of expensive. 2 days, $180. But by the time you figure flights, airport, this or that, and probably would have to get 2 cars. Rent a car to get from here to the airport, here to Cleveland Airport or whatever, get there 2 hours early, fly. Of course, flying won't take as long, but we'll see. Maybe a little 5-hour drive would do me good. I have to get up early, which I have to probably start adjusting. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. We'll figure it out though. Would like to get the car at 8 a.m. Get on the road, get to DC by check-in time at the hotel. That's always my goal. Get there at least before check-in time or earlier to get that full price and get my money's worth. But anyway, granddaughter, like I said, to have just a wonderful personality, I guess you could say. It's hard for me, to believe or understand how a 3-year-old can have a wonderful personality. But she's engaging, she's fun, she's curious, she's obedient. That's important. She's obedient, but she ain't no pushover. She ain't no pushover. She definitely got an agenda. And she wants to do things her way and how she wants it. And she knows or she sees things that she wants to do. She'll get it in her head. And I know it's different with me than with her mother and her grandmother and her father, the people she see every day and has learned to manipulate. As soon as she see me, she walk up and give me that pacifier. She walk right up and give it to me. I was showing pictures, of us hanging out and doing this. Her ex-wife was like, no pacifier. She don't ask for it. It's like, nope. And we tell her though, if you want the and the thing is, with the pacifier found, you know, she'll go without it. And then she'll get so whiny or tired or whatever, where she needs it. And I'll say, okay, you want the pacifier? You gotta get in bed. You want the pacifier? You gotta lay down and get in bed. And she will. And a lot of times she won't even go to sleep. She'll just get the pacifier. It'll like calm her down. And her attitude will be much better. And she'll start, you know, feeling better and looking around like she's ready to go do something. And she'll give me the pacifier or leave it on the bed and go on about her business. She knows she wants the pacifier. In fact, she was like crying to her mama, getting real whiny. You could tell. I even saw a video of like a little kid. He might have been 3 or 4. His little brother or sister or something was like 1 or 2. And they was getting all cranky. And the 3-year-old said to his younger 1 or 2-year-old, you need a nap. She said, do you need a nap? She said, did you take a nap? And of course he probably heard that from his parents, but it's true. Sometimes, you know, they get overwhelmed or worked up or something, and they need something to bring them down or to relax or kiss their brother, something. I'm thinking, that's when I give it to her. She'll lay there, watch the TV or whatever, and not quite go to sleep, not quite nap, but you can see the change in attitude and energy after 15, 20 minutes. Almost like a timeout. Sometimes she will go to sleep. Sometimes, you know, it's that time. It's nap time. But that running around with the pacifier in the mouth, no. Nope. No, I can't. They're running around with the pacifier in the mouth. As big as she is, no, she big too. I mean, she ain't big, but picking her up ain't like it used to be. Picking her up ain't like what it used to be. When we go on our walks, we talk. Still amazes me how she sees things and points things out. Long time ago, I realized if she says bird or duck, there's probably a bird or a duck around somewhere, no matter where you at. In fact, we was walking down Market Street, and way across the street was some ducks or something. She was like, duck? I was like, where you see it? And I looked around, sure enough, there was a duck there. Stuff like that makes it really cool to be around there and experience the world with her. Experience what she sees, what she's learning, her experience of stuff, the way she looks at stuff. Point out, hey, you know, she's doing her little finger point. That whole thing is, like I said, and she got a good personality. She just got a good personality, energetic. You know, when she wake up, it's time to go. When she wake up, you hear them feet come stomping. It's time to party. Might as well get up and get going. I mean, I wouldn't quite say she's demanding, but she's demanding. Commanding, how about that? She's not demanding, but she is commanding. See, this dude ain't even looking. This cat ain't even looking. See, I had to make sure everybody looking. I make eye contact. And wave and make sure people see me. Because they'll run you over. They will run you over. So, and I haven't seen new grandson yet because of COVID. My ex-wife had COVID. She tested negative, then she tested positive, whatever. And Kimberly and granddaughter went over there to get some food. And they didn't want to risk, and wisely so, don't want to risk granddaughter and grandson and the COVID thing. But I was looking forward to that. It'd have been, I'd have had all 3 grandkids together. Imagine that. Me with 3 grandkids. Something going on up here. It's been there for a while. Looked like it's something kind of serious. I see ambulance, police cars and people, multiple ambulances, fire truck. It's been there for a while. Look like I still see somebody on a gurney. I'm not sure. So here's where I kind of wish I had a better shot than 640 by 360. See what's going on. Yeah. Maybe somebody fell out. Oh, this look like a car. I see a car. Are they working on somebody? See a baby. Something happened. Something happened. See a car up there on the seen a car up there on the curb, sidewalk. Median, double strip as we call it back here. That do look like does look like something got hit. Look like there's some damage on the car. Whew, hey, this look, I kind of like this look right here. With me to the side like this. It's not too heavy to carry. Well, we made it. Made it to 224. As you can see, I made it. We did it. Now we turn around, take it back. Here we are, 224 Market. There's the Southern Park Mall. There's the Walgreens. Nice easy shot. See, it says 224, press the button. Here's where the accident is down there. Could cross the street and walk that way, but I don't want to. Here's Arby's. Arby's started here in Youngstown. Men's Warehouse, I've been there for a long time. Five Guys. Mall. Love this place. Uh-oh, we got people still coming. looks like, yeah. Yeah, it looks like something still went down. Oh, I thought it was gonna go up on the grass. Well, maybe somebody's still in the car. Yeah, it looks like they're dealing with somebody still in the car. Wow, they've been in there for a long time. Yep, getting out the gurney. Now I got the sun behind me, so you'll probably get a lot better shot of everything going this way. Did I finish start? Oh, I guess I can start talking about. Did I bring that with me? Trying to remember if I brought my controller with me. I'm not sure that I did. I think I also forgot the mouse. Forgot the mouse to my laptop. I wonder if Kimberly got a mouse. I also forgot to bring a printer USB cord to hook up my external microphone. Bought this big ass external microphone and got no printer USB cord. So it picks up the room. But I think if I use the microphone off of the if I use the microphone off of one of my cameras, it seems to have worked okay. So I might go in that direction. Anyway, yeah, I was looking forward to, I don't know why. I don't think I'm that kind of person. You know, I don't think I'm that kind of person. I ain't gonna lie to you, I really don't. Just looking forward to being with my grandkids. That don't even sound right. I was looking forward to being with my grandkids. Because I started to think about things and who and what I'm gonna pass down. And if there's any significance to it, you want it to have some kind of, you want the people you pass it down to have some kind of worthiness. You know, they gotta be able to handle what you're gonna give them. Build this, you know, I'm trying to build this big, you know, whatever it is. And I use the word big just to emphasize, you know, that it has, you know, scope and meaning and resource and financial responsibilities and all that. You might not have nobody to give it to. You know? Who gets it? Significant. If I do what I want to do and it's a significant amount of money, let's just face it, some people ain't ready for that. I ain't gonna use the word not worthy, because that's not, that's really not what I mean. Just not ready, or haven't shown the capability of handling such wealth or, chunk of money. I can see, both my kids, they don't seem to be ready for that. The back here's a simpler life. You operate on simpler finances. To make that giant leap all of a sudden, boom, here. And granted, I went through inheritance. I went through a period where, I was spending money and doing things, but I don't think I was out of control. I got my money's worth for whatever I spent it on, and a lot of the stuff I spent it on was the family, and property, and this and that. And working all that out, I bought a car, bought the Jeep, traveled a bunch. I did stuff, definitely spent, but I didn't blow it, I don't think. Because I was making money, still making, a good salary, so I was accustomed to having money. I'm not saying my kids ain't accustomed to having money. They ain't accustomed to having that kind of money. It took me a while before I got inheritance. Well, I was making all that money, making more money than I ever made where I'm working now. That was an adjustment. But anyway, Youngstown, Ohio, baby. Youngstown, Ohio, born and raised. 411 West Dewey. 44511. And then my father bought a house. He got his in-laws house at 562 St. Louis Avenue. Spent a lot of years there. And I stayed there a lot after my late teenage years, and then coming back to Ohio, visiting the kids, I would stay there. So I'm very familiar with there. I mean, I've been going to that house all my life. In fact, my father had bought the house across the street from him. He never really did anything with it. I put some of that money into it, got it going. Now we're renting it out. So, a lot of that, what I got was invested back in. Sold the house at 562 because it really needed help. It was so far under maintenance while he was living there to bring it back. Oof. The core infrastructure. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but I sold it and somebody got it. And they're gonna try to sell it, I'm sure, and do something with it. Because I think it's a racket going on back here. And I don't mean racket, but racket in the sense that these houses being valued way more than they are, and they're being sold and they're in demand. Something's going on. And then at the core of all this is property that's not worth it. Being valued so high and people spending the money for it. Prices going up. People paying $600, $700 a month to be in a house that I'm like, whoa, okay. And I'm not a hater. I'm like, okay, we need to get in on it. That's what needs to happen. We need to get in on it. Instead of, trying to tell somebody else they can't do it. How do we get in? Let me ride that wave. See what I can make out of it. Anyway, I think I'm done. Youngstown, Ohio. At least done with this video. Probably never be done with Youngstown, Ohio. I might be done. No, still got property over there. So I can't say I'm done with that part of the South Side. But I don't run the visit over there as much as anymore. That's for sure. Boardman, Austintown, more vibrant, people, energy. I go over there where I grew up. Even riding through there, it's depressing. It brings me down. And not because, remembering how it used to be and wonder why they ain't like that no more. It's just so dismal. It's dismal, and it just, even if I didn't live there before, to go to a place like that, it just, you don't want to see that when you like on vacation. You only want to see the happy stuff. You want to keep the energy up and not have to think about what may or may not be going on over here. Coupled with the news, shootings and people killing, these kids killing each other, this and that. You want to kind of push that to the side as much as you can. But I'm sure I'm going to do a walk. I'll do my walk down there. No doubt about it. I'll walk over there up and down the street, or I'll get a car and I'll take a ride down there. I got to at least, go one time. Ride down the neighborhood, take a look. So, I go, ooh, wow, whoa, that's gone. Then I'll ride by St. Louis to see the house. My father's old house and the house he bought. And I'm riding down this thing. I barely look at the one I own. I look at the one that I kind of grew up in. I don't even look at the property that I own. I look at the big house. Because that's where, I'm vested. I'm like, ooh, look at that. I don't even own it no more. Got nothing really to do with it. But it's just still so much more memory in there that, that's where I tend to take my focus. Anyhow, swinging on y'all 2 times. For me, for Funk, and for Youngstown, Ohio. The ultimate remote location. And for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom, in any elementary, that is in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. The totality of it all. Theory of universe. Hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.